Jason with AMI Detail.
I'm going to use Clean by Pan the Organizer. It's Rinseless wash on the left-hand part of the hood, and then the DIY Detail Rinseless wash. Again, that's the version 2 on the right-hand side. I use these metered pumps that are a lot of times used for different flavoring for coffees and drinks like that. So each one is a quarter quarter of an ounce per pump. So I'll do is just add go and put, so I got 2 gallons in there, so I'm doing the 4 pumps there. That's getting the 256 to 1. Same thing there. I just add 2 pumps to distilled water, and then keep that. I'll put that in the pump sprayer, use what I need, can return what I don't use back to the gallon jug, and really is efficient use of the product. So here's my 2001 Porsche Boxster S. Like I said, it's definitely dirtier than normal. Live on a gravel road, so the dust accumulation, and then had just a light rain. This car is coated, so it's got C6 Hydro on the paint and the Hydro glass on windows. Okay, I went ahead and filled the pump sprayer with DIY Detail Rinseless wash. So again, just applying the product on there. Let it start to emulsify, encapsulate the dirt and dust. I'll go ahead and hit the windshield here. Okay, I'm going to grab the Legacy sponge here. And it's just on the, squeeze it out where it's just on the verge of dripping, and then bringing that to the surface. And again, like I said, it's just letting it just glide across. Again, no pressure, and basically it's soaking up some of the, because you don't wring it all the way out, you're soaking up some of the the rinseless wash that's encapsulated the dirt. So you can see that it pulls it onto the sponge. And again, since this vehicle is dirtier than normal, I'm gonna flip it over. This one of the big things I noticed with version 2 is the water behavior, or the rinseless behavior. You can see it kind of, the way it tends to kind of stick together and kind of longer lines. Just a little bit different than how V1 would act. And I got hydro glass on the windshield, so it's always a very, very smooth wipe off with that. Get the wiper out of the way here. Okay, for drying off, I like to use just a twist loop towel, and I'll just go ahead and do the window here. You can see it kind of has some streaking that happens, and then but again, that tends to just dissipate right away. Then on the paint, so again, you can see how there's some minor streaking. And then you can see how it just, as it just dries up, leaves a nice, nice clean surface. Looks great. Very, very efficient way of cleaning a car. So again, definitely works great. I've got clean quick handy organizer, a rinseless wash, pre-diluted in the 1 gallon container, and I went ahead and filled pump sprayer with that. I know a lot of times you can just pre-mix it in the bucket, dip it, but I like using the mixing it with the distilled water. Then I can return the unused portion back to the container and just find that's ready to use. So again, I'm just gonna pre-spray. Again, this is just kind of a product comparison, just showing the behavior of each of these rinseless washes. Again, this is on a coated vehicle, so I'll just get all that covered. Now for this one, the detail coat is Nemesis sponge. It's a little larger. Same thing with this one. Just gliding over the surface, no pressure. Just wiping, letting it, basically it's using the rinseless wash as a lubricant as it wipes across, and then it's also just because it's on the verge of dripping, it's got some absorption capability with the sponge. The Nemesis sponge is definitely a lot softer, kind of thicker than the Legacy sponge. So it is a bit of a different experience with that. So same way here, because it was so dirty, you can see how much it soaked up off of there. And I flip the sponge. Wipe over it again here. And see the behavior of clean, the rinseless wash. And it's got a different, even, probably using the other sponge makes a difference too. So again, it's just kind of a comparison of what, the different systems here. So again, we'll go back to the bucket. Again, after squeezing it out, you can see all the contamination go. It's encapsulated in the rinseless wash, so it pulls off the sponge and just into the solution. Wiping across, same thing. You can see the streaking on the window, and then it'll just dissipate with time as it. Then here on the paint, same thing. Okay, here's the end result. Again, both sides look great. I think, you know, it's really hard to say, okay, one of them just, you know, like we keep hearing so many great rinseless wash products out. It's really coming down to user experience, you know, kind of what you like for, you know, and it's more of a preference. Scent wise, I like the Clean by Pan the Organizer. The scent that it has is, again, it's not very strong. It's pretty mild. Okay, now we're on to the other two products here. Again, we got Hero versus Nemesis. And again, it's more just a product review, not necessarily a showdown kind of thing. But again, with both of these, I'll be using the Nemesis sponge. Do half of it here. This is, you know, Armour Detail Supply Hero. Again, we'll put a good layer on. That pull down do its job of pre-treating, pulling down the dirt off of there. And again, when I had replaced the top on this this vehicle, went ahead and went with the glass option. Okay, now we're going to grab the Detail Co's Nemesis sponge, and just on the verge of dripping, bring that over. Again, no pressure, just lightly letting it glide across the paint here. You can definitely see with you know, with the comparison, you know, flipping it over here. Let me grab the window with that dirtier side first. I'm gonna flip it over. You see it's picked up all that limestone, gravel, dust. But as far as a comparison, you can see the behavior of the rinseless wash is very similar to DIY Details with their rinseless wash. The way that you can see how I don't know if you'd call it like polymer chains or what, but it just tends to kind of stick with itself, and but yeah, it has that same kind of feel to it. So again, return that to the bucket. You see it comes out nice and clean. Hit the glass here. Turn on the paint. But yeah, I mean, definitely you can feel the slickness of all of these rinseless washes. That, you know, that's one thing they've really really excelled with this year is getting the slickness, kind of enhancing that, and really makes the dry off. You know, before I tended to use a drying aid, and now you just wipe it down with that. But yeah, you can see how there's some spots there, and then that just dissipates, and we have a nice clean surface. You know, and we'll spray this down with Detail Co's Nemesis. Put it up against the Hero. I'm a Star Wars guy, so I tend to think light side versus dark side. And yeah, I kind of go back and forth. There's many times that, yeah, you want to cheer for the good guy, but man, sometimes the baddies have the cool stuff. So okay, I got this kind of pre-soaked here. And I'll hit the window. Let it do its job of, you see how it pulling the that gravel dust up into the liquid. Go grab the sponge here. Again, like Eddie said, with a new sponge you can make some bubbles, but again, they're not. It's more of a factor of the sponge than just with it being new. Again, they don't hurt anything at all. So wipe the window here. So I do see a different behavior. You can see it. To me, it reminds me of the version 1 of DIY Detail, which I really like version 1. I mean, again, version 2, it does have a higher level of slickness to it, but just the behavior on the surface, you can see how it tends to, it just doesn't stick together, kind of like, I don't know, I keep calling it kind of like a polymer chain, kind of. I don't know if it's because of the higher, you know, just the chemistry between the different ones. I'm sure that, you know, that's a big part of it, but again, you can see it soaked up a lot of the, you know, kind of drew that chemical that had the dirt into the sponge there. So again, I just flip the sponge over. So again, this one's just again a lot dirtier vehicle than this is. Not normally it wouldn't have this level of dust accumulation on it. Like I said, I guess it worked great for this comparison to have that, but yeah, some of the things about rinseless wash. I mean, again, for me personally, it works great because being inside the shop here, again, our main business is a machine shop. It's kind of why you see the industrial setting here, and don't have a drain. So the nice part is, you know, after doing some of the rinseless wash, you know, again, haven't done the whole thing, but can easily take a squeegee and clean that out. So again, I'll show you the sponge after. But yeah, I really like the softness level on the Nemesis sponge. The way these sipes, you know, the different cuts in it, spread open. Hit the window with it. Right across, get some of that overspray. Again, doing the paint. Same thing, can see a little bit of that dissipation with the yeah, to me that it's almost a little quicker. I think with the, it tends to, I think it, whatever the chemistry differences are, it tends to dry a little quicker. So again, which is, so during use, yeah, you might, you know, break it down, do panels, maybe, you know, maybe not do as much of the vehicle at once. But the cool part is on dry off, you could see how quickly that, you know, any of those streaks just dissipate and leaves just a really nice surface. Again, you know, feeling it, it's super slick. It's, you know, again, the nice part is, you know, with it being a coated car, I really, in comparing them, I you know, they're on the same level for sure for slickness. And but being a coated car, you know, I really like to just clean it and not have to apply any sort of topper. Just let the ceramic coating do its job and do the hydrophobics. And again, on glass, you know, again, it cleaned up just excellent. There's 4 awesome products. I mean, they all, again, the results are virtually identical between all 4. User experience is really what it comes down to, on what you know, personal preference on what you like. Okay, I'm gonna go into, you know, very subjective observation here, but again, you know, I started my rinseless wash path with the DIY detail. Again, with their rinseless wash, and the smell's amazing. Always enjoyed, you know, while using the product, it just has a great scent. I mean, just really nice, kind of tropical. I mean, it's really good. Again, it's a great scent, and it's funny. My daughter, every time she smells it, she's like, instantly, "Hey, that's that rinseless wash." And you know, I say, yep, that's the one. So that mustache guy, yep, that's the one. And watch a few Ivan LaCroix videos here. So again, you know, kind of going with now the scent with clean. That one again is a pretty mellow. You know, again, I think that's you know, Pan had talked about that in some of his videos of you know, didn't want to have anything too overpowering. And again, it's got a great, you know, and that's the thing, you're trying to, you know, just like with DIY detail, you can't exactly say, hey, this is what it smells like. It's got its own unique scent to it. And same with Pan, you know, with the clean, that it's got a really nice overall scent.
Again, kind of on that, we call it kind of the tropical side, you know. So again, yeah, a great cleaning power. Again, that's across the board. So again, I get talking subjective. So now we'll move on to these two. I know my daughter just goes nuts over the ADS. She just says that's, you know, she loves it. That is her jam there. She loves that smell. For me, I got to give it to Nemesis. I mean, I'm again with a unique scent. One day, if you're feeling kind of in that more fruity scent, you know, you got that kind of strawberry kiwi kind of vibe here. You know, Detail Co with their Nemesis. Again, it is unlike any of the other three. Out of the 4 products here, based on the scent and the way that the dry off, I actually prefer Nemesis. But yeah, I'm gonna finish out the wash here with Nemesis and just again enjoy the experience. So hey, thanks for watching. I hope that you could see some of the actual product, the way the differences between the products. Is very subtle. I mean, there's not this obvious thing that makes one better than another. It's each one just kind of has a different approach, and so much of it comes back to the chemistry. You know, you're talking you know, what level of surfactants versus polymers, and you know, some of them are more polymer based. So again, all 4 are excellent. Definitely. One of the cool things with House of Rags, you can take your pick. Yeah, head over there. They carry all of them. They're all great products. So just kind of depends on what you feel like that day. Just grab something you want a little different. You know, change it up. 'Cause again, they all work. They will all work great. Thanks for watching. It's been Jason with the AMI Detail. Appreciate anyone that wants to subscribe, see what's coming next. I think my daughter subscribed last night, so I think I'm up to 4 subscribers, so it's a start. Having a lot of fun doing it, so see you in the next one.